Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Space Engineers. Okay, so in this episode we are going to continue kind of where we left off. I was kind of screwing around last episode, so this stuff here is not going to really count much towards what we're doing, and neither is this guy. So this guy's going to... What? Check that out. I have no idea what I'm doing here, guys. Just totally screwing around here. I feel like it's Katamari, a game on the PlayStation I used to play. Alright, so we had a lot of comments in the last video. I'm going to kind of recap that a little bit. As you can tell, we got the shadow or the skybox, and that really brings us together. This is completely different now with the skybox. And so we had Shadaz point out the fact that the skyboxes are broke for DirectX 11, and so we knew that these guys were broke because we were in DirectX 11 and they were that nice flat black. But yeah, they look cool and they're textured out, so it's not that big a deal. That's why I was deleting them last time, is because of the DirectX 11 thing. But so yeah, now that we got a skybox, we're totally cool here now. We're gonna have not as good a performance here in DirectX 9, but that's fine. The environment is what we're here for. So, and of all the people who commented on my video, it's just totally stoked to see this happen. But the mod author for this map, Waste of Space, actually commented in on yesterday's episode. So thanks a lot for commenting in on that, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. I like seeing mod authors commenting on videos. So, and then so yeah, we had some comments about some things we could be building, possibly like a large ship slash vehicle. That was pretty cool watching that collapse on itself. And let's see, I think that was Matthew. Yes, Matthew Ritchie was the person who brought that up, and in talking with him about that, is I can totally see us building a when he started talking about that, about mobile refineries and stuff like that, immediately what came to mind was a large ship vehicle based on Command & Conquer's MCV, Mobile Construction Vehicle. So as soon as he was talking about this large vehicle, mobile refinery, and all this stuff, I was like, oh, like an MCV from Command & Conquer. So it's kind of something I want to go down the road of. So new large ship. That's way too close. Let's try... Okay. Let's try putting it, I don't know, right about here. It's a new large ship. Oh, can we place it above the ground? Oh, we can. That's very helpful if we're putting wheels on it. So let's go ahead and start with that first. So let's get a really good sized platform going. I have no idea how big of a platform I want to make it, but I know I want to make it big. So sure, let's start with that. Is it odd? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's just do it like this. It's 20. It's not odd. Alright, so let's come down here. Well, we want to add... one block, yes, that's correct. Wow, it is super touchy. Alright, so I think that's in here. Hold on. Options, game, line. Let's try that. Yes, that's what I want, because then I hold down shift to get that, so. Alright, so that's cool. So now it's an odd amount wide. And let's go with some big, ginormous wheels on this thing. And now that we know how this thing is supposed to place, with the shock facing up like that, that's cool. What does that look like? Could not be placed because something was in the way, and probably a big fat havoc. There we go. Holy crap, that wheel's huge. Holy crap, that wheel is ginormous. This platform is nowhere near as big enough as that wheel is, so not to scale. NTS. Alright, so I think we're going to go with this one. Let's see here. Shocks to the top. Yep, there we go. That's a little better. So put it there. That'll be good. Alright, cool. And then one at the front. Alright, cool. Why am I walking? Alright, so let's go over here. We'll throw another set over here. Kind of mirror what we got going on that side. So put one there. Put one in the back. And then one here. Oh, it's not going to take it because of the dirt being in the way. That's fine. We'll prop it up somewhere at some point in time and take care of that. Alright, it's just for the shenanigans of it. That goes there. Sure. Just throw a couple reactors on here just because we're going to need them. So throw this on here. And we're going to need some mass. So one of the things you guys were talking about was using the mass orb. And then you can use it like a bumper as well as a mass block. So that's a pretty cool idea. I kind of went down for that. So alright, let's put one here, one here. Alright. And then one in the middle. And we'll do the same thing to the rear. Alright, so like that, like that, like that. Alright, so we got mass. And why do we not have... Wait. Why are we floating away? There we go. Oh, okay, so we did this last time. So we want to go to control wheels. So I guess we should have went with those bigger tires anyway because we're getting high centered on everything. Look at that. Just trashing the whole bottom of this thing. Alright, so I guess we should have went with the bigger wheels after all. So the crab steer is pretty cool. Kind of like that option. Alright, so let's climb out real quick. Wonder if we can park this thing someplace like right there. There we go. Oh, perfect job. Look at that. Just excellent parking. I don't think I could have. Fantastic. So G. Let's go with the bigger wheels. Maybe. Come on now. Well, this is fantastic that I'm too close to it, but I can't get any closer to it. Oh, come on. Alright, forget it. So... there we go. Fix that up real quick. I'm not sure if that's the proper way to fix it, but I'm going to fix it. Alright, so that wheel's replaced. I think we're going to go to 4 wheels now. This one I am pretty sure is not going to stick. I have a feeling it's going to conflict. Yes, it did. So can we put that wheel on there separately? Alright, so maybe when we unpark from this really comical angle. So that goes there. Small tire in the way. Alright, let's see what we can do about this. Both of our gyroscopes fell off, so we may have to fix that now. There. Problem solved. So if we just parked it like this, that would be great, right? Is that an option? If I hurried quickly, I think this would work. I think we could get this to work. There we go, perfect. Perfect. Got it, got it, got it. Great. Oh, I definitely like the crab. That's really cool. Got to do something about that moon pool in the middle of our mobile command center, though. Okay, so Spaceball, virtual mass, resistance to none. Okay, we want to go to wheels. Let's see what those are set at. So I think we need to add more mass. I think that's pretty much what we need to go with. Because one of the ways the space was talking about it was that our vehicle is kind of bouncy, and that if we add more mass, it won't be so bouncy. So, space bar, handbrake. Okay. So let's throw some more of these guys on here. Don't like the fact that they're all show on HUD. You need to turn that off. Spaceballs. The series. Okay, so then we can go like this. Now we just need to get a hold of Mako and we'll be set. Alright, so let's come in here. Spaceball 1 through 26. Enable broadcasting off. Okay. Oh, we have no power. Some Yahoo uninstalled our power. Oh, this feels way more realistic. Steering's still not that great, but we have gyros, so I can kind of make up for it. Alright, let's see what happens when we head straight into this. Well, that didn't fare too well. Oh, that wheel's just gone. I've seen races like that. Just gonna pop a wheelie. There we go. That's how it's done. That's how it should have been done. But instead, I put a wheel in orbit. I can't put a ship in orbit, but I can put a wheel in orbit. Oh, that's fantastic. It's still going. Alright, so the large command ship, or large command module, MCV device is definitely going to be something we're going to do. It's going to take some practice to build something that's not going to destroy itself every time it rolls across a rock. Like that and that. So that was pretty educational. And now I'm just having fun because I can. Now we're set adrift. Can I hit it? Oh, it's just out of range, I think. Trying to catch up to delete it. Come on now. Should be able to delete that by now. There it is. Ah. We've broken the fourth dimension. So Wasted Space, if you're watching, man, your skybox is fantastic. Your asteroid is even cooler. The train looks fantastic in DirectX 11. It really sucks that they won't fix skyboxes for DirectX 11. just bounced. That's freaking hilarious. Okay, so basically we're going to want to build a actual structure. We're going to want to build an actual 100% functional structure on wheels. So this is going to be quite a bit of a challenge because there's going to be use of blocks that I know I'm not going to want to use. For example, I'm not going to want to use rotors, but they are going to get used. There's no question about it. There are ways that you can make rotors stable. Same thing with pistons. You can make pistons stable as well. And I'm guarantee you I'm going to use pistons also. It's a royal pain in the ass to get to work. But once you get them to work, they're solid. They're good. So we also have some mods we can also look into to make our lives a little bit easier as far as those go. There's some more reliable pistons, more reliable rotors in the workshop over the Keen's software ones. So we'll be looking into those as well. So I have some pretty cool overall designs that I would like to try to get nailed out and functional to where if we get them to the point where they're functional enough, maybe we can blueprint parts. I don't want to blueprint everything we build because it's going to kind of take away from the experience of when planets actually get here. But if I can get a functioning part of the station or of the craft, this MCV that we're building, if I can get functional parts of it, maybe we'll blueprint those parts and make them modular for later on. So one of the things I'm looking at possibly trying to do is we're just going to pretend for right now that the ground is our deck of our MCV. And on the top of the MCB, I'm thinking about building something similar to this. So basically, I want to build a flight deck where we can land smaller craft. For various reasons. We're going to want to have some place to bring in small craft. We're going to need craft like Reaper, Scorpion. All of our drones are going to need a place to come and stay. They're going to need a place to dock, get energy, different things like that. So from the corners here, we could run tubes up. Because we have some of those cool rotating blocks, or rotating, what is the word I'm looking for? One thing I need to absolutely get done here before our next session we record is get all our mods installed, because that's making it a little bit more difficult for me to construct. So if we did something like this, and we put some type of advanced connector at the top where we can rotate to other ships based on this could rotate in, rotate out. I think it'd be kind of cool. So especially we parked a drone on the end of said connection. So if we went like this, whoops, wrong button. 7. So if this was the rotating, pivoting rotor, then we can put a drone on this, and this would rotate around to different axes. So connector, like so. So we could park a drone there, rotate it in, and rotate it back out. I think that'd be kind of cool. Also allows us to just, even if we didn't do that, even what if we put it like this? We just put a connector on there. Like that. So now we can park 4 drones off of this one pod. They'd get power, they'd drop off supplies, they'd pick up supplies, they could do what they need to. And of course down through the middle of here, there'd be a connection as well. So something like that. So we don't have to be picky about how we're docking. So this whole assembly would be sitting in like the back left-hand corner of the flight deck. So if you think this is only like 15 or 25% of the flight deck, or of the entire deck of that ship, it's not a ship, of that ground craft, the MCV. So I'd picture it being about this big. So that being the back corner, this being the right front corner. So something akin to that. And you know, we could put walking platforms up around the outside to get up to the top. Some cool elevator mods we could use as well. Maybe we could do that, put an elevator like right here. Perhaps put this only in this corner, because then we'd have drones that would hang off the side. Yeah, I think that makes a little bit more sense. If you had something like this, it's only in maybe these 2 front corners, but only like facing inward and facing backward. Nothing hanging out over the front of the deck and nothing hanging off the side. So something like that. And then a repeat over here. So akin to this. So like that. So we could park a larger ship here and then drones off of these. And of course this would be piped in, going down below into storage facility. You're gonna have an even larger section for docking, like right off at the front of this. So let's say that's about the size of it, if the mountain wasn't in the way. Plus or minus, probably a little bit bigger than that. But if we turn around and we go like, well, let's use this. So then we used this area here for docking larger ships or multiple larger ships. So like that. Cordon it off a little bit. And then use the rest of this for miscellaneous, like storage of ships. Like we can dock a ship, unload it, and then move it over here for parking. It doesn't have to be one level either, so this thing can be several levels tall. But this is definitely, I'm thinking from the top down kind of perspective. So I think in the next episode of what we're going to actually do is start working on the actual structure of getting the actual wheels in place. I'm thinking probably 3 in the back, 2 in the front for structure, using a bunch of mass blocks down the center. So, well, as we are in creative, I'll probably be doing something like this. So let's say the wheels are attached here, and this is our underground structure, under armor section. This will all be heavy armor, and I'll just pretty much just go like this. So it'll generate enough mass no matter where, and it'll just pretty much, yeah, keep this thing flat. That's the big problem we're having, is it's not staying flat. So then maybe we'll use some bouncy ball parts down the center underneath. So if we get high centered, I'm not sure how to go about doing that. Maybe I'll look up online, see if I can find some other people's uses for those as armor. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. It was the large ship refinery mobile facility is a pretty cool concept. The biggest thing I have with that is going forward with this kind of a concept is not being able to have any clue what the terrain's going to look like. Oasis Base has done a really good job of just kind of like randomizing it, but I've watched a few of his videos, and he has actually stated that, you know, there are flat parts here so you can generate. There's no guarantees we're going to have a flat spot where we're going. Granted, we will have a Reaper. We can make a flat spot, but then you're going to end up with a beached whale. Because quite honestly, I think I could make a beached whale here easily. I could make this thing so big that it can't even go out through either one of these passes. So that'd be kind of a problem for me, because I want to be able to explore the rocks. And I guess we'd end up using smaller craft to go after, you know, those that go on those little exploration runs. So yeah, I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. Tell me, am I going too big? You know, this whole like MCV thing from Command and Conquer, is that too big of an idea? Should I dial it back a notch, or is it not big enough? You know, I'm thinking like 4 layers tall. So it'd be this would be heavy armor, artificial mass, another heavy armor level, and then a section about 4 to 5 blocks tall that would have refineries and assemblers in it. Then another section above that would have some basic living quarter kind of looking areas. And then above that would be a drone printing and stuff with an open door on the side to spit the drones out. And then you'd have the flight deck, and then things like this, towers on the different parts of the craft, like this command tower, flight tower thing off the side. I think more like a helipad. It's kind of like the idea I had in my head, was to be more like a helipad, but since we don't have helicopters in the game, so yeah, just let me know, guys, in the comments below. Is it too big of an idea? Like I said, next episode, if you guys don't think it's too big of an idea, we'll start building it. If you guys do think it's too big or not big enough, we'll kind of throttle it based upon that. I've also toyed with the fact of it not even being wheeled. What if it was just thrust vectored with VTOL? You know, it's just constantly throwing thrust downward. I mean, we can throw artificial mass on there to simulate it has weight, and then just kind of offset that with thrusters. I don't know, thinking about that as well. It seems like that would be easier to deal with damage-wise, because we won't actually be impacting the ground. So, I'm not too sure. This whole planet thing, it changes up the dynamics so much when we start adding physics to the ships. Everything else has physics except the ships. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, alright, so we're going to wrap up the episode here. Yeah, like I said, let me know below. I want to hear from you guys. Like I said, we got a ton of comments in the last video. I want to keep this going. More comments. Let's get some interaction going between you guys, between me, and I read them all. I comment on them as much as I can. At least give a thumbs up. And so, Cool. Wasted Space, thanks for making this terrific map if you're watching. And I'm looking forward to more of your input as well. So this is Havoc. Have fun. Keep gaming.